Alright, hello there. Welcome to Picture This New Media. It's your favorite YouTuber, streamer, extraordinaire, comic book reviewer, manga reviewer, and yeah, all around good guy, Halal Ernie. Nice to meet you. If you're new here, welcome to my show. And make sure to follow my link tree in the link below, and you can find all my Twitter, my Patreon account, my Reddit. I'm gonna be putting I have a Discord now out, so I think you have to update the link every once in a while. I don't know. I'll figure out how to put that on there as well. And yeah, moving on up. I also, obviously I'm on Twitch right now, but I'm also on YouTube. Everywhere. This is where it's gonna end up. And yeah, thank you for stopping by today. We're going to be going over the December 14th, 2022 New Comic Book Day haul. And we've got a good one here. We've got a good one. Um, so yeah, before we start, make sure you're subscribed. If you like comic books, manga, and nerd culture stuff, I cover it all. Um, I do comic book reviews, manga reviews, TV show reviews, movie reviews. Have planned to do them. I plan to do a bunch of things on here. I have a Patreon. The first to sign up and stay a member for about a month wins this Natsu. And any other members that join, I also have a bunch of comic books laying around that I can give out and give away for free. Just gotta be a member for more than a month on my Patreon. I also have a coffee. I don't update it as much as I should, but that one will also have that one. If you become a member on there, you also can you are also entered into the into the contest of getting free stuff. Um, Here's my Patreon. It's patreon.com/picture this new media. The coffee one is down in the link, and yeah, you, once I get my member, I'll start putting out content on there that's for them only. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with December 14th, 2022 New Comic Book Day hauls. Kind of skip it, pick it, or recommendations. Give me a moment here. All right. We'll be starting off with The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 15. Now, I do want this one, but I am going to wait for the trade paperback to come out on this one. Believe some of it came out already, but I'm going to get it whenever I can afford it. Is a code for that. And but yeah, if you aren't gonna do that, I do recommend this one right here, The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 15. It seems to be a pretty good one, and it looks like, according to the cover, they're fighting Venom. Venom's my favorite character. Let's see. Yep, Spider-Man versus Venom. So it'll be definitely worth it. Next up is Wonder Woman number 794. I am gonna skip it personally. I am not a Wonder Woman fan, so that's it for me. Superman, son of Kal-El. I believe his dad is returning, so that one might be worth to pick up. It's kind of the end of the Sun series. Um, I'm not sure if they're gonna just retcon him, or if they're gonna just have him play a lesser role or remove his powers and have him be just a normal kid. Who knows? Who knows? This one right here, though, this one I am excited about. Batman and Spawn, the DC crossover, image crossover. Two Dark Heroes. And I just picked up the one from last time whenever they did their crossover. And if you could see that there, you do I go full screen, sorry. So yeah, there's this Batman Spawn hardbook cover that I got for $20. I got it for a little cheaper because I am a member at the comic book store, and this is from I believe I don't remember when it's 1994 is when it came out. So yeah, we're getting this one here from 2022. And I am super excited about it. Two dark heroes cursed by tragedy and find their paths crossing again, but not by choice, with sinister foe. What sinister foe is at work, pitting the Dark Knight against Hellspawn. From the shadows of Gotham City to New York, this epic event is a blockbuster you've been waiting for 2 decades. And yeah, super excited. There's Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane's working on it as a writer. Let's see, is he the only writer? That's great. I'm not sure about the editor, but got a lot of variant covers. As you can see right here, lots of variant covers. I like the black and white ones. Those ones look dope. Yeah, that looks cool. That one kind of looks like the old one. I think this one kind of looks the same too. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm super excited about this. I can't wait to pick it up. I'm sure my local comic book shop overbought on that one, and I hope so. $6.99. It's worth it if you're a Batman, Spawn fan. Either one of them, it's a good crossover. Super excited. Next up is Batgirls. I'm gonna skip it, followed by Deadpool, which I'm gonna skip. It's part X-Men, but it does look fun. So I'm gonna skip it, but I'm gonna recommend it just because it's just I didn't like the last Deadpool very much, but this one seems to be. Let me see. Let me see if it's nobody's talking about it. That's not a good. Nobody's talking about it. Well, we'll see. We'll see afterwards. We'll see how it goes. We'll check. We'll check on it. It's got 2,000 pulls and 11 watts, so that's a good sign. See how much this Batman and Spawn only has 199, so the Marvel stands really pulled out for that one. Next up is Legion of X. I'm going to skip. Radiant Black I'm also going to skip, but I am going to try to catch up on trade paperbacks. I'm not sure if they have trade paperbacks out yet. Yeah, they do. They have 4 volumes, so that's good news for me. Good news for me. Radiant Black. So I do recommend that one. It's a good series. But I just haven't caught up on it, so I'm going to skip it personally. And next up is Star Wars The Mandalorian. I am going to skip it, and I think you should too, because all it is just the just the TV show and the. What is this music? Good lord. Next up is Sorry, it's not Danger Street. It's Bounty Hunters Star Wars, issue number 29. Um, I'm gonna skip that one, but next up after that one is Dark Web X-Men issue number 1. Now, I did get Dark Web, the other one, so I'm not sure if this is number 2 of that one, or if, or what. Yeah, if it's a continuance of it or not. So let's see. Here, the X-Men are ensnared in a chasm, and the Goblin Queen's dark web. Chaos reigns in the street in New York as demon hordes pour from the realm of Limbo. A realm that until recently was ruled by magic. A realm now ruled by Cyclops as X. Also Havoc's X, also a clone of Jean. The X-Men wade into a fray by taking on some of their darker history as the Goblin Queen returns for vengeance. So I don't know what changed, but Dugan writes magic as incompetent here it's abysmal, and the strange consider he wrote her in X-Men number 14 just a few months ago. Also, what happened to fashion? Why are they walking around New York during Christmas in their superhero costumes? Odd. So, by that review, I am not confident enough into buying this one, even though it does seem to have Venom in it. Maybe I just don't see me liking the story. So I'm gonna skip it, but I might recommend it to the X-Men's and Super Spider-Man stands. I'm more of a Venom stan, so this might be good for them. Next up is Grimm, issue number 6. I'm going to get it. I also recommend everybody else gets this one. It's a good series about a Grim Reaper. So yeah, she's like a normal girl that becomes a Grim Reaper. It's pretty interesting. I like the story. I love the artwork. It's pretty good. Let me see if there's any kind of better one that kind of describes the. This one looks like it a lot. This one looks like it's not really. It's a little too more detailed. That one. A lot of those look like the interior. So it's really good artwork. This one, I don't know what's up with the back and the butt, but it's really good artwork, and I liked it. And I like the story. Really cool story. So yeah, in this one she's gonna have a little encounter with some mythical Greek figures, as well as someone with the authority to get them out of the phantasmal dilemma. So it sounds really cool story coming together. I'm not quite caught up to that part not yet. I think I'm like on number 3. So yeah, definitely sounds like it's turning out good. Next up is Danger Street by DC Comics. Now, I'm not quite sure what this one's about, so I pulled it up. Joining the Justice League is the goal for any superhero, but what happens when the quest for membership takes a sinister turn? Ooh, join Starman, Metamorpho, and Warlord as they prove themselves worthy by summoning and defeating Darkseid in battle. Soon they'll learn that calling upon a new god never ends well, and their world is headed for a crisis as a result. The journey to save the day will be a treacherous one filled with princesses, knights, and all kinds of monsters. Each person the heroes encounter plays a crucial role in the sprawling yet gripping narrative that is a little bit silly, a whole lot of dark, and completely cool. Expect the unexpected with supporting cast featuring Manhunter, Lady Cop, and the Green Team, and the Creeper. Hmm. I want it. I want it. I will. Hmm. There's not a lot of people that like it though. So I have to look up at the King. Um, just look him up more, see if there's anything that is. Let's see if he's why people don't like. Who is it? Tom King. Let's see. Let's see what he says about Danger Street. This is CVR. So he's been in the industry for a minute. This is maybe the craziest comic book I've ever written. I wrote Commandy and exactly what it sounds like, and its sexism and concept. It was the Dingbats in Danger Street. It was some people you've heard of, Creeper Warlord. Okay, let's see. They were publishing them just to get them off their plates. If it was just absolute crazy sector, it was Green Team. You know, billionaire teenagers. It was a lady cop, which is exactly what it sounds like in sexism and concept. What? There are 24 different characters, and I wonder how all these people could exist in the same universe because the power sets are radically different. Some of them were cosmic, and some of them are street level. I was like, how in our industry, which is founded in fact that we're all playing with toys in the same world, can this work? It's just can't. It doesn't make any sense. So then, being a stupid, arrogant writer, wait, I can do it. I said I wanted to see all these people and insane concepts. Blah 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 blah. So he's going to be playing with postmodern themes, but also entertaining childish concept. So I'm not sure. Let's see. Is different is to defeat Darkseid and join the Justice League, but the mission turns deadly by the end of issue number 1. The consequences and challenges. There are huge consequences, good intentions. They're just trying to make best of their lives, and something goes horribly wrong. And they execute it, it goes horribly wrong. So somebody dies. I haven't really seen much that's gonna point it out to where it's like woke or anything. Um, but it just doesn't sound like something that I would personally read or enjoy. So I'm gonna skip Danger Street, maybe. I think I'm gonna skip it, but I'm not 100% on that. There's a lot of see, this one has spoilers, but let's see, blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna read that. Nice. Excited to check this out. Yeah, see, I don't know any of these people, so it's not that interesting to me right off the bat. I think this would be more interesting to me if I knew more of these characters and if I knew more of the background. So I'm going to skip it myself, but I'm going to recommend it for DC comic extraordinaires and connoisseurs is what I meant to say. But you could be extraordinaire connoisseur, so I recommend it to them, but I'm gonna skip it myself. Same with I Am Batman and Dark Crisis Big Bang. I'm gonna skip both of those. Those just don't call it out to me. I'm not interested in the multiverse of DC. I'm not interested in Big Bang. I'm not interested in Iron Man even, or him being invincible. I'm gonna skip all these three, but I am gonna recommend the Iron Man one, just in case for Iron Man stands. And if you are into the Dark Crisis series, I recommend it for you too. Ice Cream Man, I'm gonna skip, but recommend. It's something I've been wanting to catch up on for a long time. Really good series. I have read number 1, but that's as far as I've gotten with that. So yeah, definitely get that whenever you get the chance. I'm gonna skip Savage Avengers. Same with Planet Hulk, World Breaker, and Batman Incorporated. I'm going to skip all of those. I'm going to get the Bone Orchard Mythos, 10,000 Black Feathers. It's been a really good series so far. Really dark, really gloomy with magical context. It's really interesting. Photon by Marvel Comics. I'm going to skip. It's Monica Rambeau, Photon. Just not interested in these characters that Marvel Comics is pushing, and it's just, yeah, it's just not my thing. But I am gonna get Wildcats, issue number 2. I did enjoy issue number 1 of the Wildcats series, so this is definitely something I'm gonna keep checking on, and if I keep liking it, I'm going to keep getting it. Something that, I didn't think I was going to like at first. Next up is Love Everlasting. I'm going to keep skipping that series, and I'm not going to recommend it. It's not for me, and it's just not, I don't know. I'm not sure who it's for. I really am not. Next up is Nightclub, issue number 1 by Image Comics. The series will be $1.99, so I am gonna get it and recommend it. Take that, Marvel and DC. You're a 17-year-old and you've been bitten by a vampire. Do you live in the shadows and drink human blood, or do you want to use your newfound gifts for the dream of costume superhero life you've always wanted? You're bulletproof, you can climb up walls, and you can turn into mist, bats, or even a wolf. Why not have a little fun? Definitely sounds super fun. Really cool. I'm gonna get it ASAP. And I recommend it to anybody with $1.99. Next up is Dark Ride, issue number 3 by Image Comics. That one I'm going to skip it, but I am going to recommend it for enjoyers of horror and action, kind of horror and action mixed together. You will enjoy that comic. Next up is Starhenge, issue number 6 by Image Comics. Now, I did read number 1 and 2, and this is a very interesting comic. The visuals are beautiful. It's just as amazing as you see as this comic book cover right here, but the dialogue and the writing is a little weird, kind of a little not good in some places and good in some places. But the plot and the story, super strange. It's a mind-bending thriller, and a little bit dark. So I do recommend it, but if you don't like, if you get put off by dialogue that's bad on some of the pages, you're probably not gonna like it, or you're gonna have to just enjoy the art. The art's beautiful. Art is very beautiful. Next up is A Vicious Circle by Boom Studios, issue number 1. Director, screenwriter, and visionary behind Batman and the Project Power creator Mattson Tomlin teams up with the iconic artist Lee Bermejo. I'm not sure. Sean Thacker is a trained assassin from the future who seeks revenge on the only man with his affliction. Each life they take forces to trained assassin from the future. Okay, he's a trained assassin from the future who seeks revenge on the only other man with his affliction. Each life they take forces them both to travel between vastly different past and future eras spanning from 22nd century Tokyo to 1950s New Orleans to the Cretaceous era and beyond. The mortal rivals are locked in battle of wills that spans millions of years, all to alter the course of history. With each time period, artist Lee Bremijo adjusts his artistic style to pay homage to luminary comic artists and historical master painters presented in prestige, oversized format. I am definitely gonna want that, and if it's a small haul, I'll pick it up. It is $9.99 and it is oversized. So it is 48 pages though, so that's not that bad. Definitely gonna check that one out if I have enough money and if I can. Might be a big haul, so we'll see. I would definitely recommend this one. Sounds like a great story and a great comic book with beautiful imagery, so we'll see how this works. Next up is Wind, The Throne in the Sky, issue number 5. I'm going to get it and highly recommend it. Next up is Specs, issue number 2. I am going to skip it. Not my cup of tea, but I am going to recommend it. It is kind of got an interesting story. It just doesn't speak to me. Next up is Harley Quinn Uncovered, I don't like what they've done to my poor girl Harley Quinn lately, so I've kind of just been refusing to watch to buy her comics. I do like Punchline a lot though, so yeah, she's very interesting. I love Punchline. I think I like her more than Harley Quinn. It's crazy to say. I don't think I'd ever say that. Next up is Image Comics Hell to Pay, number 2. Um, Very interesting start to the story. I do recommend it. If I have enough money left over, or if the haul's not that big, I am gonna get it. But yeah, just not. If I decide not to, I don't. I won't personally be missing out. But it is a good story. It is an interesting story. If you're interested, check out issue number one's description. Check it out. Next up is DC Comics, The Batman and Scooby Doo Mysteries, issue number 3. I'm going to get it and recommend it to anybody with kids or anybody who likes Scooby Doo. I believe Velma is still straight in this one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. Who cares? But it was just more of a joke. So yeah, definitely pick this one up if you're a fan of Scooby Doo or you have kids and you want to get them into comic books. It's a good way to do that. Another way to get into comic books is by getting them Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm going to skip it personally, but uh, if you like the Turtles, it seems like a good comic book. Um, Definitely the Batman Scooby Doo is old school one, and I like it. I really do like it. You can even see the style he's wearing is the older style Batman suit. Next up is Art Brute by Image Comics, issue number 1. Ice Cream Man creators. The world of fine art is falling apart, and only Art Brute knows how to fix it. Alongside the Bureau of Artistic Integrity, Arthur Brute, the mad dream painter, and his trusty sidekick, Manny, the mannequin, must drive back into the very paintings that made him insane, or reality itself just might crumble into pieces. A colorful gonzo romp through art and history, Art Brute is equal parts police procedural, a hyper fantasy, and psychological thriller. A veritable Pollock splatter of comics genres tossed into one giant pulpy canvas. I wonder if it's oversized. I hope not. Each issue features new covers, new designs, and new Silver Age style backup story featuring the art hero that no one's ever heard of until now. Huh. It's a NPR allotted. Ah. Interesting. I do like these covers though. Oh, not that one, but that one. And of course that one. That one's dope. So yeah, I think I'll pull this one for sure. Um, Sounds cool. Next one is Origins of Marvel Comics, Marvel Tales, issue number 1. Um, Looks like a cool thing for Marvel comic fans. See if anybody said anything. So it's got a bunch of old stuff. Definitely pick this up if you want to check out where it all started, and definitely recommend this one to people. But I'm not gonna get it myself. But if it was gifted to me, I would not say no, and I would not appreciate it. Looks awesome. but it's just not something I'm gonna pay for. Next up is Two Graves, issue number 2. Now I did get a chance to read issue number 1 before this, and that's why I'm pressing the pull button right now in front of you, because it was good enough. Or wait, no, wrong one. Sorry. Two Graves I did not choose. Never mind. I'm going to skip that one because I did not like the description of issue number 1. Next one is Dynamite Elvira. I'm not an Elvira fan. Skipping it. Transformers. Not a Transformers fan. Skipping it. I only like the movies and the older movies. Um, and maybe some of the older cartoons. Next up is Joanna. The Unimpossible Monsters. I'm gonna skip it, but I do recommend it for teenage girls. Some of them. I think they might enjoy this comic book, especially if you have tomboy girls. Next up is Shirtless Bear Fighter 2, issue number 5. Definitely, highly recommend it. Going to get it, and yeah, it's definitely great. Next up is Gospel issue number 2, and this was when I got confused with Two Graves. Sorry about that. And I am definitely going to get it. I read it right before starting this video, and it was pretty good. And I actually really enjoyed what I read, and it's got me wanting to find out what happens next. Now, after number 2, if it starts showing signs of what I thought was going to happen in number 1, we'll just say maybe it got signs of wokeism in there. If it goes overboard, or if it shows a lot or at all, I might not continue it. But it seems to be woke free as of right now. So definitely pick it up, and recommend issue number 1 and possibly number 2. Next up is Sweet Candy Vigilante, issue number 3. I love this this Harley Quinn clone. I think she's better than what Harley Quinn has come to now, because she's just as insane, and she's not fighting over a dude or doing it for love, so the feminists will like her too. I don't even think she's a lesbian though, so we'll see. Tit for tat. Next up is Lord of the Jungle issue number 2 by Dynamite. It's a Tarzan comic book basically. I do like this one, but I'm not going to pick it up personally myself. I do recommend it if to Tarzan fans. Next up is My Hero Academia. That one came out the 11th. I recommend it to anybody who's caught up with the manga. I'm barely catching up on the anime, even though there's some differences. Next up is IDW's Publishing Crashing, issue number 4. I'm gonna skip it, and I'm not gonna recommend it. It's just nothing that I like. If you're I guess if you work in the medical field, you might like it. I'm not sure. Next up is Cherish by Dynamite, issue number 2. I'm gonna pick it up if I have some money left over. I'm not sure if I got number 1. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to ask my comic book shop. See if I picked it up. Next up is Three Keys by Image Comics. I'm not gonna recommend it or buy it. It looks like furry stuff. If you're a furry, you might like it. Next up is Garbage Pail Kids Origins. I'm really not interested in finding out the origins of the Garbage Pail Kids. I'm not that big of a fan, and if you're a fan, you might like it. So I'll recommend it to fans, but not my cup of tea. Next up is Dynamite Vampirella Mind Warp. That's more my cup of tea. Definitely got an interesting story on this one. It's not like a multiverse per se, but it's interesting. It's interesting. I like it. Next up is Assassin's Apprentice by Dark Horse Comics. Until recently, Fitz was only known as a boy, the illegitimate son of a powerful noble. Fitz is taken in by his uncle, Prince Verity, who presents the boy for a journey to the capital to meet his royal grandfather. But Fitz is not a normal child. An ancient power stirs inside him, something that will change destiny and Six Duchess forever. Yeah, that sounds cool. Actually, I really kind of. Wow, that sounds like an interesting concept. Seems like Cricket likes it too. Good job, Cricket. $3.99, 28 pages. Sounds like a start to an interesting story. Very interesting story. Got some beautiful artwork in this cover. I hope the interior's just as good. Number 2 and 3 covers look pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. So definitely recommend this one, and I'm gonna get it. Next up is They're All Terrible by Bad Idea Comics. I liked them when they started, but I'm not sure about them now. Not a lot's been said about them. I know the Comicsgate haters hate them, so I'm not sure what to say. I'm gonna skip it, but I'm gonna recommend it if you're a Bad Idea Comics books fan. I am a bit of a fan, but their comics are a bit overpriced for my blood right now, so I'm gonna skip it because they are overpriced for me right now. If somebody gives this to me, I will not hate them. Next up is Star Trek Resurgence, issue number 2. I'm gonna skip it. I'm not gonna recommend it. I don't like Star Trek, and I don't like the direction that they're going now. I kind of liked it when I was younger. I understood the concept of it. I liked the video games more than I liked the movies or the TV shows. So, go figure. Next up is Frank Frazetta's Dawn Attack, issue number 1. Now, if you're a Frank Frazetta's fan, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get this anyways. This is by Opus Magnum, I believe they're called. I think it's in the same setting as Death Dealer and Conan. I'm not sure. We'll see here. It doesn't talk about what's what it's about. Well, that sucks. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see a description really. Let's see. Yeah, it's the same stupid description that. Same description. Wow. Same fucking description. Oh well, whatever. I'm not sure what to say about Frank Frazetta's Dawn Attack because basically, if you're a Frank Frazetta stan, you'll like it. Part of me wants to support this, but I never enjoyed Jody Hauser writing. Alright, well, we'll see. We'll see about this. Yeah, well, I want it, but I'm not gonna put it on my pull list. Next up is Leonide the Vampire, Christmas for Crowns. When a good, honest mountain folk come upon a small coffin Among a carriage wreck, they find themselves among a darker company than they bargained for. And this Haunting Christmas Carol, Hellboy creator Mike Mignola and artist extraordinaire Rachel Aragno have a chilling holiday tale. Vampire Leonide once again cast her spell on unsuspect. Ah, crap! I got baited into that. It sounds like a cute one shot. I recommend it if you're a fan of Leonide the Vampire. I thought it was gonna give some more something more. Next up is 2000 AD, 2312. What issue is basically issue number 12, and I'm going to skip it. It's $9.99. Too much for my blood. I'm gonna recommend it if you like the series. I'm gonna stop reading the series. Yeah, like I said, it's just too much. I might get the trade paperback, maybe. I don't know. Next up is Dynamite's Red Sonja, Hell Sonja, issue number 1. Hell on Earth. Hell itself has begun caving in, forcing Hell Sonja to escape through a portal. She finds herself stranded on Earth, powerless, but is still hunted by evil from her home dimension. There is only one warrior strong enough to help her fight back against the horrendous creatures from hell. Red Sonja. Definitely gonna get this one. Sounds like a cool story. Love it. Next up is Lovecraft Unknown Kadath, issue number 4. I'm going to recommend it. I'm going to skip it because I'm a dummy and didn't get number 1. Next up is Resident Alien, The Book of Love, issue number 2. It's a sci-fi original. I didn't think it interests me, so I didn't get it. But if you like the show, you'll like the comic book. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna ever get it. So, yeah. Next up is Darkland by Scout Comics, issue number 1. In the 24th century, a young girl named Rose finds haven in an abandoned mall when she inadvertently thrusts into deadly remnants of America. Rose must learn to adapt if she wants to survive. Following closely in her wake is Zed, a notorious bounty hunter. With odds stacked against her, will Rose make it? Why is the bounty hunter after her? I'd briefly seen this before and initially passed on it, but I didn't realize Sakakuna is doing the interior. I love Nightwing covers, so I'll definitely. I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. I'm gonna skip it, but I'm gonna put it on. I'm not gonna put it on my pull list. I'm gonna put it on my want list just in case. I don't know. Doesn't look like it's. I don't know. It just doesn't. For $5.99, I'm not sure it's gonna be worth it. Next up is Nature's Labyrinth by Mad Cave Studios, issue number 2. I'm not sure about what happened in issue number 1. It is a Zach Thompson creation though, so it might be good. Let's see here. In the middle of the ocean lies a remote island. I remember this one. Yeah, I think we went through this one together. This one, it does not interest me very much, but it does sound like a really cool concept, and I am going to recommend issue number 2 to everybody, but I'm going to skip it myself. If it comes up on a wish list and somebody gets it for me, I wouldn't say no. Next up is Eternal Descent, issue number 2 by Opus Comics. I'm gonna skip it. I didn't get number 1, but it does kind of look cool. I'm not gonna lie, it does kind of look cool. Dream Master by Black Box Comics. I'm not sure we get Black Box Comics in our comic book shop, but let me see here. There is a forgotten paladin who protects us from nightmares while we sleep. Without him, we may never wake up. He is the Dream Master. His curse is to guard our unconscious body from evil entity who wishes to enter our reality, collapsing eternity. Cool. Does he do something? I'll want it. I'll pull it in case it does come in my comic book shop. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. Skipping the Archies. Ahoy Comics Billionaire Island Cult Dog. I am going to pull and get. That one was a pretty good one. Issue number 1 was actually, I liked that one a lot. Nobody's Girls, issue number 2 by Sumerian Comics. I'm going to skip, but I am going to recommend. I do kind of regret not getting number 1. If they both have them there and if I have enough money, I'm going to get both of them. I'll put this on the wish list. Spy Family number 72. I highly recommend it. I love Spy Family manga and the comic book, or in the anime. They're both highly recommended. Next up, Halloween Seekers of the Seven Keys, issue number 2. I'm going to skip it. Halloween's over, and I'm not that really big into horror. This type of horror comics. Kaiju number 8, issue number 77. I do highly recommend it and do want this one. I haven't caught up. I only got like issue number 1 or something. I read issue number 1, not got it. So yeah, I do recommend reading this one. It's really good, really good. Next up is My Little Pony. I'm gonna skip it. Not a fan. Wake Entertainment Essentia. This one's not in my comic book shop. Zenoscope Tales of Terror Quarterly Holiday Special, issue number 1. $8.99. I'm gonna skip it. Too much for my blood. Definitely just not worth it for me. Ginseng Roots, issue number 11 by Uncivilized by Craig Thompson. I'm going to skip it, but I am going to mark it on my wish list because Uncivilized books is really good. I haven't seen a colored comic book by them though yet. So yeah, and it looks really, really cool actually. Ginseng Roots. I'm just sad it's not a issue number 1 or anything. So maybe someday they'll get a trade paperback. We'll see how it goes, and yeah, definitely looking to see if there's anything like this in the future. It is $6 though. So next up by Aspen Comics is Soulfire The Core, issue number 2. Looks pretty cool. I'm just gonna skip it. It's a number 2. Next one is Deep Freeze by Belle Deep Freeze by Zenoscope. Belle has been a beast hunter her entire life, and during the time, okay, so it's Belle. She has made enemies, but none as heartless as Winter Maiden, the seeming goddess of ice. And now, nearly after a year after the first encounter, a storm is coming for Belle and loved ones. But will Annabelle DeMarco be able to ride this blizzard out, or will she succumb to the icy grip? Will she? Will she? Will she? Will she? This one looks pretty cool. I'll put it on my wish list, but 5.99 is a little steep for me too, because I have this is becoming a pretty big pool list. Next up is Scout Comics, Captain Suave, The Life and Death of Brave Captain Suave, issue number 3. I'm going to skip it. Far Cry Esperanza's Tears, I am going to pick it and recommend it. Zenscope's Spotlight Red Agent Friendly Fire, issue number 1. I am going to skip it, but I highly recommend it to whoever likes the spy series. Next up is Thud, Double Vision. Now I kind of did and didn't like the first series. It was a little like woke, but the story overrode the woke in this, and I kind of liked that about that. The story was really good, so I can kind of take the message as a critical drinker likes to say, and just ignore it. This is a $9.99 issue. Okay. And I just did read what it is. It's combining the original first issue of Thud with the new second issue. Alright. So it's weird little thing. I am going to skip it. I'll put it on the want list. But yeah. I was already iffy about it to begin with, so I'm glad I read that and didn't just possibly get it and waste my money. I'm gonna skip the Archie stuff. Next up is Sumerian Comics Pop Star Assassin, Volume 2, Issue number 4. I'm going to skip it, but I recommend it. Comixology Census number 4, same, skip it, but recommend it. Retroverse, I'm not sure if it's even going to come in my comic book shop, but we'll double check these ones just in case they do. I don't see any other ones that might go in there. Hello? No, I was recording. Sorry. What happened? Okay, well, I can go pick you up and go. It'll be fine. I'll go. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Love you. Bye. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything else that's gonna be here. Let's see. Retroverse number 1. It is $2.99, so if they do get it, I might get it. Casey must convince her boyfriend, TJ, and BFF Christy, that she is the one she says she is, and traverse this new and scary reality that's not supposed to be alive. Sounds interesting. $2.99. Sounds really cool. I will pull it. Bone Check by Legends. $4.99. Doesn't sound cool to me. Alright, I have to go, as you heard my phone call. Thank you so much for watching Picture This New Media. That concludes it all. I hope you like it. If you disagree or agree with any of my choices, let me know. If you think I'm missing out on one, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Assalamu alaikum, and have a great